Surrounded by mountains, fed by the Willamette and Columbia rivers, nestled in the heart of Pacific Northwest, Portland State University is a nationally recognized urban university. Our location in Portland truly puts you in the middle of it all. Home to forward-thinking people who cherish the city for its culture, surrounding natural beauty, and livability, Portland is in the heart of Pacific Northwest. The university's urban setting and many community partnerships act as a living laboratory that will provide you with diverse opportunities to live, learn, and lead. Welcome to Portland State University. The city is our campus. The main lobby of Neuberger Hall houses the help windows and offices of financial aid, cashier, ID cards, Office of Admissions, Registration and Records, and transcripts. There are also computers along the wall where students can access their records online. The Office of Orientation and Campus Visits can also be found on the main floor. The other floors of Neuberger Hall house the departments of English, World Languages and Literature, Communication, Conflict Resolution, Math, Philosophy, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Black Studies, and Women's Studies. There are instructional computer labs on the 4th floor, as well as a math lab, art lab, and communication computer lab. There is also a computer lab located in the basement available for all students. Next is Smith Memorial Student Union, which is named after student Michael Smith. Michael Smith was part of a 4-man team that won a popular TV show called the GE College Bowl. For the first time, PSU was in the national spotlight for academics. 2 years later, Smith passed away of cystic fibrosis, and the building was named in his honor. Smith Memorial Student Union, the campus student union, is a 4-story building with 2 basement levels. It was built in 4 separate phases between 1956 and 1963. On the 1st floor, there is the Viking Court, where students can purchase a meal plan or pay with cash or debit cards, the University Market, the Campus Help Desk, the Disability Resource Center, and the ASPSU Children's Center, which provides short-term childcare for children ages 3 through 9. Our student activities and leadership program offices are also located on the 1st floor, as well as the Associated Students of Portland State University. Offices are located just adjacent to the SALP offices. On the 2nd floor, the Multicultural Center provides a space for events scheduled by students, faculty, or the community. The Multicultural Center also hosts the International Coffee Hour. Student lounges, art galleries, and student group offices can be found here. There is also La Casa Latina, which provides another space for Latino students. The 4th floor houses the Undergraduate Advising and Support Center, also known as UASC, which offers academic advising. It also provides many different student support services such as Diversity and Multicultural Student Services and Student Support Services Educational Opportunity Program. Across the hall, the Peer Tutoring and Learning Center offers free tutoring, learning workshops, supplemental instruction, and open study spaces. The Queer Resource Center strives to provide an inclusive, safe space in advocating for gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning students, staff, faculty, and their allies. Within the basement, there is a bowling alley, game room, billiards, the Office of Information and Technology, KPSU radio station, and the student newspaper offices for the Vanguard, Rearguard, and Spectator. There is also a student-run cafe, Food for Thought. Food for Thought Cafe is a student-operated cafe serving organic coffee and specializing in vegetarian, vegan, and locally produced foods. It began when a group of students with a passion for sustainability got together to talk about food systems and food services at PSU. They developed a business plan and worked with community partners to ensure the cafe's success. In addition to environmentally friendly food options, Food for Thought Cafe generates less trash by serving food on reusable dishware and practicing pre- and post-consumer composting. Food for Thought Cafe also serves as a gathering place and often hosts guest speakers discussing sustainability and environmental issues. We are now at Kramer Hall, which was named after the first PSU president. Built in 1956, Kramer Hall was the first building constructed by PSU and not acquired. Kramer Hall was built in 4 sections and houses the departments of anthropology, geology, geography, psychology, sociology, economics, and history. It also houses the Writing Center, President's Offices, and University Studies program, which is PSU's nationally recognized general education program. University Studies provides students with integrated, connected learning experiences that lay the foundation for lifelong intellectual development. Extending through all 4 years, the program teaches you how to think critically, communicate effectively, and gain a broad awareness of the human experience to instill a deep sense of responsibility to yourself, your peers, and your community. Inside of Kramer Hall is PSU Recycles program. The main goals of the program are to reduce the total amount of waste generated on campus and to reuse and recycle as much as possible from our waste stream. Also, PSU Recycles coordinates an office supply exchange program for faculty, staff, and student groups. We are now in Lincoln Hall. Recently renovated Lincoln Hall used to be Lincoln High School and was the first building to be used on our campus. PSU started in 1946 as Vanport Extension Center for GIs returning from World War II in the neighborhood of Vanport, site of vacant housing for shipyard workers. The Columbia River flood in 1948 forced the center to move. Lincoln Hall was acquired in 1952. Some of the only things salvaged from the flood were a rock and some library books. Students put the newly named Vanport Rock at the park block entrance to Lincoln Hall to show that they wouldn't be moved again. The School of Fine and Performing Arts is located within Lincoln Hall, along with classrooms designed with the arts in mind. An auditorium exists on the basement level, seats 200, and is mostly used for concerts. A much larger auditorium on the first floor, the Lincoln Performance Hall, seats 476 on a steep grade, has full curtains and lighting, and features both concerts and theater productions. A much smaller space, known as a studio theater, is used for more intimate experimental student productions and rehearsals. This 98-year-old building is in the process of attaining Gold LEED certification after receiving a renovation that included a new roof, electrical and plumbing, heating and cooling system retrofits have improved energy efficiency in the building. 12 blocks along Southwest Park Avenue were donated to the city in 1852. The South Park blocks, once the center of a high-class residential district and preserved by the city for 100 years, has become the central core of campus. Further north on the park blocks of PSU are the Portland Art Museum, the Pacific Northwest College of Art and Film Study Center, Portland Performing Arts Center, major churches, and the Oregon Historical Society. Elms along the park blocks are some of the last of their kind. Others have died from Dutch elm disease. Ours are vaccinated every year. In front of the Smith Memorial Union on the park blocks, there is a stage which holds different events throughout the year. One such event is Noon Tunes, which are lunchtime concerts